Did you get your Rossion Q1? That's the question. Did you watch yesterday's video? Because yesterday's video was the instructional on how I got the races that I did. Time lapse, but nevertheless, still the races that I did to get this car. So I got it. So now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna jump in it, and we're gonna see what it's about. Where is it? There it is. Well, if you watch the end of the last video, you'll see that I did a little test drive of it. So we're gonna do a little quick test drive right now and talk about it. So let's see. It's a rear-wheel drive. It's got some pull. Oh, okay. That's no good. For a rear-wheel drive car, it's got pretty good handling. It feels kind of like a four-wheel drive at this point. Let's see what we can do with it. See where it's at right now. Let's upgrade, customize that. Now the first thing I do always is I go to engines. So right now it's 450. You can go to 750 with a racing V12 or 850 with a racing 7.2 liter V8, and of course we're gonna go with that. It's currently rear wheel like we thought, and we'll make it all-wheel drive. Throw some turbos, some downforce in the front. See what downforce in the rear does to its overall performance. Bring it down one. Okay, might be worth throwing that on. Let's see. It's not a drastic reduction in performance for the weight. We're already at 955, and we haven't done anything to the engine yet. It's just one of those cars, you know, they give you cars in these updates that really explode the performance sometimes. Sometimes, you know, they're real sleepers in that regard. And I like throwing the new, like, one of the new rims on from time to time. These rims are actually kind of nice. I'll throw these on. Okay, now we'll go to the engine, see what we can do to the engine. This might be an X after all is said and done. Let's see. Okay, flywheel doesn't do much. Intercooler doesn't do much. Turbos does much. Not really. This might not be an X. Well, we can still get there with the weight reduction, so we'll save that one for last. Those racing springs, anti-roll bars. Yeah, we're gonna save that one for last. Oh yeah, we might have an X on our hand, folks, with the weight reduction. Yep. But it seems like it might be at the bottom of X, but still an X nevertheless. We'll throw our, since I prefer the 10 speed, we're gonna throw the 10 speed on there. Get our crankshaft, get our differential. And now we'll go and we'll install it for 134,000. Jeez, that's a lot. But we're here for it, right? I should make a tutorial on how to get money in this game, because as you can see, I got quite a bit of money and quite a few cars. And there was a method to it. I mean, I've put in over 1,000 hours in this game already, but I learned a long time ago. It's not my first time hitting 30 grand. You know, I've hit 30 grand several times and just blew it. But at this point, right now, there's not really much to spend it on other than tuning cars, because I got pretty much every car in the game. I do have to get one of the packs. There's one pack left that I need to get. that I'm probably not in a huge rush to get, because I got a lot of other cars still to go through, but I'm going to get that pack in short order. Alright, how I tune the gearing is I try to make all the gears level, like an even space between them, and give the right RPMs for the change, and then I move my final drive until the points jump less than a tenth for each. Like once it stops jumping, I stop adding to it. So you see it goes from 276.5 and the next one is 276.9, so that's a 4/10 jump. So for the next one is 276.9, so I'll go back to 276.5. So the one right before it makes that initial jump, that should be, I mean, this is all of it is based on my personal experience, but that should bring your car right to the limits of its performance, of its RPM performance. You'll get right up there and that's it, you'll do it. So next we got springs. Springs is basically something you should just play with until you find the sweet spot. What springs do is it prevents the car from dipping forward when you hit the brakes and squatting backwards when you step on the gas. That's what the springs do. The rebound stiffness affects how hard your car will launch off of a jump. If it'll give you lift, and the bump stiffness is how soft it compresses when you land. I try to keep the top higher than the bottom because you want it to give you that initial absorption, but you don't want it to rebound quickly off of those bumps. Cornering, as far as the aero is concerned, you got to do that to your taste as well, and just play with it and tweak it. Like go to the extreme with the front, to the left or the right, however you do, drive, test it, and then start adjusting it in small increments until you feel a sweet spot, and then do the same with the rear. But for now, we're going to keep that in the middle. For me, the sweet spot for the brakes is between 115 and 120, and you adjust the braking force according to how your car is balanced. And this is a rear wheel drive car. I try to keep my differential at about this percentage for most cars, and I know this is going to come more to the front because it's a rear wheel drive car, but we're going to get into that in a second. So we're going to go check out the car. It's 47% in the front. I try to keep a 3% to the rear ratio. So right now where I have it at 50 is perfect, because 47 would be the very middle, so I like to give 3% more to the rear wheels, and so 50 is perfect for this car. Let's give it a quick test and see what we got now, see where we hit that, because I like to test it with the speed camera at the end of the track, like what speed I could get.
The next Horizon Arcade event will begin.
What speed I could hit it.
Enjoy.
We were about 150 before, 220 for this one. He was trying, y'all. He was trying. I didn't see him back there. So let's try to get to the highway real quick.
You have arrived early, but the next Horizon Arcade event will begin shortly. Enjoy.
Alright. For me, the handling is perfect. The way I have it tuned, there's a baseline tuning that I like to go for, and then I tweak it from there. And you saw the baseline, and this car suits that baseline of for my driving style. Some people like it a little bit more front bias, some people like it a little bit more rear bias. And you also got to test the stability at these high speeds. This is why we're here. So yeah, this car is great. Great look. 272, 274, 275. We had 277 on the dial. So we might hit it on this straightaway and downgrade over here. Okay, let's see if we can hit it on this straight. 273.
In 400 yards, turn sharp left.
No, I think 274 might be the limit, which is fine. Alright, let's go. Let's go get it a fit. I like it. Yeah, I really like it. The Rossion. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but the Rossion Q1. Great car, I like it. I'm not sure, I'm not familiar with the company or what colors that they have for their cars. So let's see. Let's go through their factory colors. That is an unusually pleasant and unpleasant green. It's like simultaneously disgusting and I can't look away at the same time. But I don't want that. No. Yeah, I'm gonna go into these custom colors and see what we can do. Let's throw a semi-gloss on it. With a color shift, we're gonna fine-tune the color shift, but not much. We're gonna keep it close to red as possible. Matter of fact, this might be all we do right. That. That'll do it. Matter of fact, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring the color down a little bit to a darker tone so the red on the bottom shines a little bit more. Lighten this up a little bit, and so now the red on the bottom shines a little bit more, and the darkness is that effect. Yeah, it's that effect. Yeah, I like that. All right, let's keep that. Can we change the color of the hood, or is it just the whole mass of the front? Yeah, I don't like that. We can change our rear view mirrors, so you know we're gonna go with the carbon, because that's how I do. I'm gonna go with the carbon again here. Paint group 1. I think black. Oh, that is very subtle. I think we're gonna throw paint group black on paint group 2. Yeah. And make paint group 1 color match the car. Then we outer lip. I think I'm gonna do chrome for the outer lip. Oh, wait a minute, something just caught my eye just now. Wait a minute. One of these things just caught my eye just now. Kind of like that. Yeah. Yep. There it is. That's what it was. Yeah. That's nice too. I'm gonna go with that one. Black the windows. And we're saving the current car. I'm gonna take a quick drive and see how this thing does. I usually like picking one of the festivals to drive to. So I'm not sure. Let's see how we feel when we get out of here. Alright, the Rossion Q1. Now we get to see how it does in the corners and turns and stuff. Okay, that's not very good. Alright, let's give the arrow some tweaking so we can have a complete car when we're finished with this. Alright, now what I'm feeling right now is that I should slam both of them in the corner. 275 is my top speed, 275.9. 272. That's a significant drop. But that seems like it's going to be a drastic improvement in performance. Yep. 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 Well, if you've been watching, you've got the perfect tune for this car now. Because I'd say that's where it's at. It's at perfection right now. And these are turns I'm very familiar with. Watching the speed. Yeah. Yeah, it's perfect. Yep. Yep. I suggest you go and get this car. I'm gonna go see how it does in some races and see if I can earn back some of that $130,000 I spent on it. In the meantime, you guys enjoy the rest of your day. See you in the next one. Peace!